It's time for Leather Podcast.
Plenty of time. Is that? Listen, I've got you.
Aye, that's good, man. Has he seen you all right, he's no pulling your pants down, is he?
No. All good.
Good.
There's people they're ever there, isn't it?
Aye, it's their job, innit?
Show you their worth. But
Good wee day for us today, wasn't it? Got
you're a pure monster addict now, and I love it.
it's your fault.
I love it.
So good though.
I was dying till Paul offered me some punch pie. We heard there were going to be punch pie.
Is it true that pussy tastes like pumpkin pie? I might know. I never taste no pumpkin pie.
See where the early ones, Cartman used to call his dick the fireman. He's a fireman. You rub his helmet and he spits in your face.
I remember that.
They were like the old school ones.
I've been binging a bit of South Park at the moment. Like, I've been watching it and it's just fun.
You remember
There's
the film?
so many.
I like the film.
There's so many new seasons now, man. I'm like, what are we up to 18 or
But
something?
you know what you can do? You can just tap in, watch 30 minutes, a couple of episodes and you're good.
What'd you watch on?
Now TV. There is other streaming sites where you can get this. But Now TV is the one I use. No, I've been enjoying it because it's funny. It's funny, and I like Cartman. Like, he's so un-PC. It's brilliant.
What's your favourite ever episode? The film was amazing.
The film was good, but
Viva Resistance.
That was my high school film. That and Kevin and Perry.
aye, but mate, we were like 11-year-old when that film came out.
I think I was 5. No, the film was a 15, and I was about 12.
Aye.
And I remember thought it was cool that I get into this film. They didn't care who was coming in to see this.
I mind watching it at my pal's house when we were like wee boys.
Have you seen any of the new ones? They done a whole thing on COVID. It was brilliant. They go back in time and all this kind of stuff. It was
I've not seen
cool.
it.
Cartman as an adult becomes a Jew. He marries into like this Jewish girl, and they have Jewish kids and all this kind of stuff. And Kyle still thinks it's a work. He's like, I don't believe you. And he's
I've seen
he's like,
clips
no,
of that,
because
he slagged him his full
he
life.
slagged him his full life
For being Jewish.
race war.
What is Matt Train? Is it Trey Parker, Matt Stone? Are they Canadian? Because the way they rip Canadians is ridiculous.
They've
And I'm
got
like,
to be, It's one of the ones.
Do you want?
Like they literally
I don't
made
think American-
Canadians like a cartoony flappy heads. And the beady little eyes and all, but
That one's quite funny, isn't it? The queef. Hey, queefed in my face. Where the women are like fanny farting in them.
Shut your fucking face, uncle fucker. Mind us.
They went after Chef. So Chef ended up, I could be wrong, like I'm very rarely wrong, I'm like Ross Cooper on this.
big Isaac.
So
Isaac Hayes, his name is.
he ended up joining like Scientologist. I'm going to say he became a Scientologist.
In real life?
In real life.
Oh.
So they had this issue because they weren't allowed to use his voice anymore, and there was like a lot of like Scientologists weren't happy because obviously it's fucking so dark, and they've South Park's obviously went after Scientologists, so they've done this episode about Super Adventure Club, and it's like how these super adventure guys go about the world shagging wains, and that's where Chef went to.
So
to, like,
they
nail him.
killed him after, didn't they? Or
They
removed him?
ended up killing him. Aye.
2 tablespoons of cinnamon. Remember the song?
The song was quality.
So come on, chocolate salted balls.
I used to work with a boy who was a Scientologist, like full.
Was
Like
it?
you've got to dedicate X amount of hours to them a week and go and do studies and work for them and that. And I was like, mate, I'm not going to lie, this sounds fucking bad.
You know the chick for King of Queens? She was a Scientologist. In fact, I'm sure she's been on a
Tom Cruise
podcast.
is.
Aye.
She's quite hot, her, isn't she? She's older.
I think she's kind of over the hill now, but she was back in the day.
Is it the same one I'm thinking?
That is the blonde chick. Was it Lee Remy?
Must be like
Leah
Remini.
But
Leah
heavies?
Remini.
She had the heavies.
Oh, aye, she had the sweaties. But time's been no kind on her. The old
Sweaties.
Scientologists who have got their hooks in.
Sweaties
Just
is
when
a
I
good
thought
one.
I was out, they pulled me back in. But she came out. I think it was one of these things where her family was in it. I don't know the whole story, but I can make up some sort of version of it. Full family was in it, and then she obviously became a star, and she wanted out, and there was just a lot of shit.
You watched the Waco documentary on Netflix?
No, what's this?
It's good. Like the boy had the like big massive compound and was a cult leader and everything. And then the fucking FBI and that
I have
all
seen that,
stormed
aye.
it, and they were like shooting back at the FBI out the windows and that.
Got to love a good cult, eh?
It's fucked up.
Were we talking about cults on Monday?
Aye.
Were we?
Aye.
It's strange how we just kind of fell back into cults again.
But there's loads of them. That's the thing. But it was good. You see, like, the FBI are climbing up onto the roof to go in the windows on the roof, and you just start seeing the fucking bullet holes coming for the inside out and then hitting them, shooting them down. That's fucking
That's wild,
mad.
man.
It's on Netflix.
What's your favourite cult? Manson? Manson was the best cult, wasn't it?
Nah, they were done by the CIA though, bro.
Surely the Nazis won.
So what is your favourite South Park episode?
Oh, I mean, it's too hard. I'm trying to think of some good ones that I like.
Pick your favourite character.
I like the one where
The Crips.
No.
When they were the Crips.
I like the Crips.
Cartman's got to be.
Aye.
Well, in fact, Stan's that. Randy Marshall.
Oh, Randy's brilliant. Isn't he? I like the episode where
Baghdad.
because
This is America.
I use the meme all the time. Like Kel's wee brother Ike is going with the teacher. She's like a full blown teacher,
that's a great
and then
episode.
the cops go like that. They're really pissed off because it's like a teacher's going with a student. It's like, this is ridiculous, and it turns out just a wee boy, and it's like, nice.
It's a female.
It's like he's going with a female teacher. Nice. It's like if it was something about this is fucking wrong, but it's go nice.
Yeah.
And I'll send that meme just every once in a while. Nice.
You ready with the bleep machine?
She ends up killing herself.
Shit, that's I.
Don't be dissing my dog. That one, I love that one. That's the best one though. Eh?
Oh, Jamie's just writing down that number. He's like, fucking
Yeah,
wankers.
that's the best fucking line.
Aye.
What do you like?
I like the dog, the bounty hunter one, because the
Cartman-
torpedoes
Aye.
and they're chasing them all, and it's just.
I am the dog.
Is it no? They not try to shag Ike? Is that one? Is that the same one?
That's
That's the same one, isn't it? That's the same one.
He's trying because he's the hall monitor.
Aye.
He's the hall monitor.
Aye.
On
Not on my watch.
Not on my watch. Cartman's the best.
There's nothing they'll no go.
But
up against.
I always remember Cartman being like the cop member when he's like, "You respect my fat hat," and he's just starts swamping them.
Yeah, so into his night
His nightstick. It's like
Step out of the vehicle, please. Step out of the vehicle. Just repeats it.
the one I was watching the other night where it was like Cartman singing Poker Face. I can't remember the whole setup of the episode, but somebody comes in the room. It might be something to do with like Greenpeace and killing whales. I think it's a Japanese killing whales, and they're just the whales are like
What, Lady Gaga poker face?
no. So it's, the whole setup is brilliant. So Stan, I'm sure, comes in, or Kyle comes in to tell him that the Japanese are killing all these whales, and now everybody's getting up arms, and he's like, I don't care. And then he starts singing poker face right in his face like he doesn't care. Just brilliant. Good TV. If you've not seen it, give it a watch.
How much do you think they've forked out in lawsuits and stuff? They were sued a lot at the start.
I think they've managed to get round it because they've got that disclaimer at the start where it's clearly Tom Cruise and R. Kelly, the artist, in the fucking closet. That's a great episode as well. Like he's obviously trying to say like Tom Cruise is gay. Yeah. This is what the inside rumour of like in Hollywood, like Tom Cruise is gay. So they're like, Tom, you need to come out the closet. Come out the closet. And he's like, no, I'm hiding in the closet. And then R. Kelly's in the closet with him and he's singing a song. But I think they've been absolutely fine.
Pissing on birds.
How good's Tom Cruise though?
Oh, it's brilliant.
Actor.
See some of the stunts.
The one where he breaks his ankle
was
and
just
still
gonna say,
runs.
No, one goes off the bridge in the canyon.
Oh, this is a new one, isn't it?
But what's it?
Unbelievable.
I see he like insists that it must be him, eh?
Aye. I like that. Like,
aye.
he wants-
That's what he says. He
Write
doesn't
theme
want
tune,
someone
sing a theme
else.
tune. I like that.
He doesn't want someone else to take the risk or something. Is that not what he
But the
said?
one-
He's laughing.
Aye, the one where he's running. See the one he's running and he jumps a building, and he had worked out that he would make this jump every day. Like doesn't matter, but he'd done a few takes. So then he runs and he just misses like the edge of it, so his foot catches, and it like I think his ankle shatters, but he runs the rest of the shot, and they're like, "How did you manage to?" And he's like, "I never waste a shot." And he's like, "That's badass." Like
cool,
he's injured himself, and he's like, "I never waste a shot. If I can get it, I can get it."
He's clearly no right in the heel
Need to be.
up there.
What about him jumping on the couch, mate? Like,
Aye, that's what I'm talking about. Like he's got a psycho deep in there.
But even
He's
with-
only like 5 foot as well. He's quite small, isn't he?
Same with like Tarantino. Watch any
Oh, it's the
interview
feet.
with him.
It's the feet. It's the feet.
Something wrong with that
Tarantino likes
cunt.
the feet.
Aye.
Is that what he's into?
Wiggle your toe.
Foot fetish.
Aye.
All his films got like a close up of his toes and stuff like that.
You got a foot hang? Yeah.
No.
No, never.
Get a vagina hang? Is that the same?
You never just fancy a wee, just geese your foot?
I mean, I'll
Are
stick
we,
some,
Toby Wankanobi?
I'll stick some toes in my gob and that, but that doesn't do anything for me.
Never just get a good grip at it and jizz on it, no?
Jizzing on the foot.
Nah. Jamie?
Fake foot.
No.
Never?
James like, oh, I don't know, maybe.
What is your hang, Jamie?
What's your kink?
Yeah, they're too many to count, man.
Aye.
That'll go on the Patreon. That'll go on the Patreon.
That's a good enough answer. Man.
Rectal fizzers. Fizzers?
But aye, to be these guys, like, they've got to have a wee bit of sand, don't they? Or they wouldn't catch, they wouldn't see things differently, they wouldn't nothing.
Remember he went mental about the lighting? Remember that?
No.
Cruise.
Aye.
Oh, Cruise?
Remember there was somebody was fucking with the lighting
You got it, like,
during one of the takes and he just went mental.
I understand that.
Full on.
If you're making a multi-million pound
professional,
film,
man.
then
Well, he's given
somebody's pissing
100%.
about.
Why are you fucking about?
Was that no Christian Bale, Bunny? The audio recording, I think that was Christian
Oh,
Bale.
I think it is Christian Bale, and he's absolutely losing his shit with him. Same again, like he's
Cruise has done one of
he's
them.
maybe being a wee bit inappropriate to people and being a bit of a scumbag, but this is fucking worth millions, man. You fucking about with some lighting fucks up the shot. So I get it.
I heard Harrison Ford is like a proper wanker.
Is he?
To like be on set with
Ah,
to
mate,
deal
don't
with.
waste it.
I know. You're just like Han Solo, like
Mate.
Indiana Jones.
That's Hans Gruber.
Like, why not just be a good cunt? But
Have you
all
seen
the
the
time,
Have
though.
you seen the new Indiana Jones?
yes, I went to see it in
Is it good?
the pictures. I enjoyed it, but you just know something far fetched is coming at the end. It's about like, was it a time clock or something?
A time clock. A wee bit of time travel.
So that's what it's called. So you're
Great
like,
Scott Marty.
like something's coming on with some sort of fucking time travel. You know what I mean? So you're just
Dial of Destiny.
dial of destiny, a dial. So it's like a time dial type thing. So as it's coming to the end, you're just like, right, we're just waiting for this crazy shit to happen, and it happens.
Is there a young Harrison Ford?
No.
Like, I
but-
know how they like to put, like, they love to regenerate people, don't they? Like Guardians of the Galaxy, where
Schwarzenegger
you've
and
got,
stuff
what's his
and
name? Kurt Russell.
No.
A young Kurt Russell's cool as fuck.
I know, but they had when they were filming in Glasgow for it because they do like a parade scene with the president.
I seen that was all set up for, it's cool as fuck.
Aye, but the guy on the horse, because Harrison Ford jumps on a horse and they fucking.
What age is Harrison Ford?
He's 90, mate.
Like, there's no hope we're believing he's jumping a horse.
There was a
and
guy.
you're a fucking
There was a
yeehaw.
guy on the horse. He stunt double with the dots and that on him. But I seen him from behind. I'm like, oh, hey man, is that Harrison Ford on that horse?
Harrison Ford.
Oh, wait. It was not him.
Did you go in to watch the filming and stuff? Aye.
I just went out to take some photos because I knew the set was still up.
Aye,
And as I say, I think I've said this months ago, I was taking photos of all the old motors in American, like the date as if it's New York with the vending machines and shops and that. And there's like 100 people in the barrier with phones and cameras, right? And that's, so I'm like just taking a shot, and this one cunt just walks right up to me. I'm talking 100 people taking photos. You can't take photos because I've got a camera, and everybody's doing it. I'm just looking. I'm like,
Fuck off.
you just fucking single me out, and I just done that. I just got to take one anyway, mate. Take one of you or not.
I don't think you told us this.
You know what I mean? Aye.
Have you heard this?
No,
Why?
this is
Pure single do it, not to take photos, and I'm just everybody's like, I'm like, fuck off. I just told me fuck off, and just took all my photos. But I was heavy singled out.
You do get people like that, don't you, whose jobs were.
Aye, just a wee lanyard. I'm like, you just watch your set, bro.
Aye.
Clink.
Shut the fuck up.
Clink, I don't know, I'm going to take one of you. Clink, what you got to do? You got to do nothing, know what I mean? Stick this in my wall later. And I wanked it.
Antagonising folk.
DJs at my work, some of them will like got to put a sticker over your phone camera.
Yeah, we spoke. I think we spoke.
But they're
about
saying
it,
that because they didn't. It's like comedians with a phone.
Aye,
in
they
the zip
don't want
bag.
you to waste it. I get
They
it,
just
I
want
get
you
it.
to enjoy. It's no about. They're not bothered about being. Of course, you can fucking see thousands of things online about them, but
if you really want to see it.
they want you to enjoy the music rather than be
Just
like
be in the
video.
moment, man.
Aye.
Just be in the moment.
Sometimes, though, if your favourite song comes on. No, if I go to see Richard Ashcroft and he plays Bittersweet, it's my favourite song ever.
Who's the original? Because it's a sample.
I don't know.
Rolling Stones.
Is it Rolling Stones? It sounds like.
So they've not actually. I don't think they make money off that song. I think it's the Rolling Stones. Anytime that song's played, it's fucking.
So I always video that. So I get, but see the people that video all night.
I know.
Every song, they're just like that.
Put your damn phone away, kid.
I'll pick my favourite,
Am I right?
and I'll get that wee moment.
It samples The Last Time by the Rolling Stones.
How good am I with fucking shitty trivia knowledge? Like, it's such and such, and you're like, nah, you're talking shit, Paul. These guys never raped a lassie. I'm like, they fucking did.
Oh well.
Read between the lines, suckers.
That big Arnie, if it bleeds, we can kill it.
Have you seen the Arnie documentary? Aye.
Aye.
Is it good?
The series?
Aye.
Aye, it's alright.
It's good.
Quite decent. It's good.
Were we speaking about this other day where he's like massively dyslexic?
Me and you were talking about
Were we
it because
speaking
he's
about it?
done his audio book, hasn't he?
Aye.
And he said
Yeah,
they were
jizzed.
they were telling him that people fucking however fast they get it done, but he was having to like break it down into segments because he
The
fucking
big man can do what he wants. He fucking saved the
Pretty
world to the
much.
Predator.
So
Aye.
he trains at Venice Beach every day.
see him with Ronnie Coleman.
So
I did
is that
see
what you
that.
were saying?
Me and Derek are gonna try and catch him.
Oh, that'd be cool.
He trains there every day,
He'll
so
have
you
an
think
entourage.
some sort of security there, but he seems like he just mingles because it's everyday in life for
Cool,
the
man.
guys.
Yeah, he's
so
like, he's a kid, he was my hero.
if I see him on a bike, man, I'm going to chase him, man. Arnie.
Cycles everywhere, eh?
Would you call him, would you call him,
Cycles in
sir?
Edinburgh.
Aye.
Would you call him, sir? Sir? Sir, can I grab a picture with you? Because Americans love the sir.
Just
know what
dived
to say.
straight into the oncoming traffic on Lothian Road.
Aye.
Aye, just fucking wrong way, right? Arnold. What you going with?
We Arnold.
Arnold. Arnie. If he's Arnold, can I get a picture?
I'd probably
Arnie.
freeze,
What is
man.
your favourite Arnold film?
It's got to be Predator.
Aye, it's so good, isn't it?
I would say Predator. I let my son watch it and he was like, oh.
When I first started collecting movies as a wee guy, it was VHS's videos. So when I went to the boot sales, it was always trying to get all the Arnold Schwarzenegger films. So like I would get like The Running Man and stuff like that. But
Running Man was
old,
good.
old.
I didn't
Running
know
Man
that was
was
a good.
good.
That was a thingy book.
What's
Stephen
that?
King.
Stephen King. I've
Stephen
got
King.
that,
I had no idea it was a Stephen King book.
But The Running Man's great.
Who's your
Fuck, she-
favourite bad guy?
Light bulb head.
I liked Sub-Zero.
Aye.
Sub-Zero. Aye, they were good.
No.
Who was the big? Who was the big
What did they say?
opera
No,
guy?
no
He was
zero.
Sub-Zero, wasn't he?
Who?
The opera guy, or was that a light guy? The light guy was opera. Electric.
Sub-Zero was a hockey guy.
Aye.
On the ice rink.
No, it has to be Sergeant Slaughter when he dons the action when he gets the gear back on to go back in and give him the business.
That's Jesse Ventura.
Jesse Ventura,
Aye.
that's it.
Sergeant Slaughter.
Ah, shit.
But Jesse Ventura's in Predator as well.
Aye.
But aye, he was growing up. He was the action hero. Wasn't he?
Aye,
Last
for
Action
sure.
Hero was one of my favourites as well.
I never liked Last Action Hero.
loved
I
it.
hated the bad guy in
Flesh
it. I hated the bad guy in it.
The Ripper?
That guy's no, he was creep. The guy with the eye.
Aye.
That was creepy,
Guy
man.
for LG.
Aye, like Luton.
He's the guy at LG.
What's the end of that when he goes back into the film and he's been shot or something?
Aye, but then
And they're
they
like,
use the
oh,
ticket. They
it's
use
just
the
a
ticket.
flesh wound or something. Aye, aye.
Aye, it was. Aye,
Jack
good old
Slater.
army. Jack Slater. I'm trying to think.
But I think I'd be mega starstruck if I bumped into Big Arnold.
I think he's somebody I'd love to meet. I don't think I'd be like that with anybody else apart from.
He does the expos and stuff like that.
Have you seen the price of Charles?
Well, he pulled out
I
the
didn't
last,
show up to his last one.
last two.
I know he never thought
last
about the
two,
maid anyway.
Birmingham.
Hey,
Who's
did we spoke about this?
His wife had to have known.
Did we speak about the maid?
Married
Maria
Kennedy.
Shriver.
Shriver.
Aye, Shriver.
So did we speak about the maid?
Yes.
Yes,
Because
right.
he's fucking did the blame.
It's no matter.
Have you
Right.
read his book?
Jorge
Aye.
Filolopos.
And so he's obviously talked her into putting a man's name on the birth certificate. So there was a Hispanic guy's name on the birth
Is
certificate. But you see like at what point did his wife go,
I mean, he's a good-looking guy. That kid's like the spitty Arnold with a better hairline.
like when does his wife go, Arnold, I don't know, that wee guy, looks awfully like you.
Lemon pledge.
Gotta be like a pure bodybuilder. I know.
He's
He does-
Same
he
jaw-
does
same jawline and all
he
that.
does do a bit of bodybuilding, but
Does
he's not a fucking. He's nothing like his dad.
Aye. So it's actually.
Aye, like his dad must just look up and think,
You-
playing at it,
you
playing at
absolute
it, you
bean.
pussy.
So who was your guy? Arnie or Sly?
Arnie every day of the week.
All day.
Is your
Arnie
hate
as well.
Arnie for sure.
Aye,
My
Arnie
dad,
was-
my
Arnie was cool.
old man loved John Rambo though.
Big
Aye.
Johnny
So
Rambowski.
you got Rambo and Rocky.
I know Rockies were brilliant, but you got to remember they were just a wee bit before our time.
Right.
Whereas Arnie was hitting out the classics, right there and then. Have you ever seen the film where he's fighting the devil? It's like the End of Days.
Aye.
Oh,
Arnie.
mate.
Brilliant.
Brilliant, man. Absolutely
Gabriel
brilliant.
Byrne.
Aye.
I wasn't
Amazing.
sure who you were talking about there. If you were,
Gabriel Byrne's a great actor as well.
Really good film.
You know what? See, because my Wayne watches these Disney I forget what year they're made. They're made in like the 30s or something. It's insane.
I know
Disney films are made in like 1930s or something like that.
Aye, the really old ones, but there's
Aye.
ones that are made like the early 2000s. You're like, I remember when this came out, and you're like, that's like 23 year old. Like, fucking hell.
I watched Ants the other day.
Is that the one with Sylvester Stallone?
Aye, is it Bug's Life? I can.
Bug's Life is
Oh,
the one
what-
with Flick, the little.
I can't mind the one where they all fucking go and fight the termites and they all get done in. And he
don't know.
cuts his
Bug's
pal's head in it. What one's
Life.
Bug's Life.
That's Bug's Life.
But there is Ants that had Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Aye.
Sylvester Stallone, and I want to say somebody like, wasn't it Woody Harrelson? It was maybe like,
There's another Expendables, eh?
there's like 6 of them, mate.
Aye, and it's spoke about this with 50
you
Cent.
went,
Aye.
no, do you know what the pictures is here, son?
No, I didn't.
That falls into the same bracket as
I
Fast and
watched
Furious. for
the
me.
first one and that was enough.
Same as like Saw, eh? See, the very first Saw movie was
The
good.
first couple of
Then he
Saws
just
are
ripped
actually
arse
alright.
it.
Because it was different.
The first one, for sure.
It was like a different type of horror.
Aye.
But it was like
Aye.
a puzzle and
You a horror guy?
Aye.
Or just action?
Big man takes the fucking edibles and watch them. I can't
Yeah.
believe you do that. Like, I had to see him that says I like horrors, and I'm like, well, I'll tell you something. See my mate Chris, he watches horrors on edibles.
there's a
Aye.
new one out called Smile. Good horror.
Is that the creepy? It's a girl's face and she's just smiling. You're like,
So it kind of like it follows where it passes it on.
the smile, you pass on the smile when it kills you.
You end up killing some cunt and it passes it on that way. But it's a decent one. It's a decent one.
The Ring was like the scariest film I ever watched as a wee guy.
As a wee guy, I remember watching the Blair Witch Project.
Oh fuck!
Because I believed
because it was maybe real.
Aye, because like, the way it was set up, and you're like,
Aye, the handheld footage is like got the realism in it.
Got them all stood in the corner at the end.
oh man,
But
creepy.
for what it cost to make that film to what it made is like
Generated, aye.
it's
It's
like
a pretty
one-
cult film as
it's
well.
like one
though.
of the biggest.
Do you
ever.
remember getting like fake DVDs or fake videos and you'd pass them about to everybody? Like, oh, I've got this Blair
Bars.
Witch, and they put it in like
The bars. I used to get ones out at the bars.
Blair Witch was a fucker. I forgot completely about that.
Aye.
But it was
then
just like-
no, you should
it
watch
was
it. I don't
like
think it would.
shit now.
Oh, aye,
that's
if you
what I'm
watch
saying.
it
I don't
now,
think it would
you're-
have the same effect on you.
Aye.
We couldn't just stoning in the corner like.
Friday
Aye, it
the
was creepy.
13th
But
as
they-
well.
But the whole process of how they put that film out there, it was like it was actually real, and you're like, it's fucking real. You never had internet, like proper internet at the time, where you could be like, there's forums and that kind of shit. It wasn't like that.
Kids are gimps now, eh?
And I think we could make something like that because when you watch it, it was like it was shit. A wee bit of movement in the woods and like it's in dark. It's
I tried to
the
watch
budget-
Cloverfield recently, and it made me sick.
What one?
Remember the original?
Just Cloverfield.
Aye. And I was like, I feel fucking sick watching this.
What's that about?
That's the one with the handheld
Aye,
cam,
but
and
it's-
then you're like the monsters coming, and you just see a wee glimpse of it, and it's like,
get them sucked up and that, don't it?
fucking let me see the monster.
No, I think I've seen it.
You know, the
Nah.
Cloverfield Lane was good as well. With, what's his name? John Goodman.
Oh, that's the guy. You just think he's a psycho. Kidnapped him, took him into their basement, and they eventually got out, and he was kind of right.
He's the guy.
The aliens just sucking everybody up.
Aye, that's right.
Aliens sucking everyone off.
I remember watching Signs as well as a kid.
That was a good film, aye.
It was scary.
You seen him in the crops. And
Aye, there was all the wee things like the rustle or walking through the party, all that kind of stuff gave me the fear as a kid.
Aye,
I was
that's
a
good
shitebag.
stuff though.
I was a shitebag.
I always mind Friday the 13th, Jason Voorhees fucking slamming the lassie off the tree in the sleeping bag. Do you mind that one? Like cuts the tent open and just fucking batters her off a tree. And I'm like 11.
The original Nightmare on Elm Street with Johnny Depp in it.
Aye.
Where he's like fucking sliding along a roof. That
They,
was fucking
they
weird.
were the first ones I was scared of.
Aye, they were
I'd go to
proper
them
scary.
videos and sometimes I couldn't watch them. I
Too
could
scary.
put them in and I had to put them off, but I was mega young.
Couldn't he sleep?
Did you fancy Nancy?
Aye.
Why?
Like, still looking back at them all, like, just
Oh shit.
how old they're and the
I know.
frizzy hair.
I know.
It's just like,
Get a bit of conditioner in that here.
80s.
Get some conditioner, man. Get some conditioner, girl. But aye, they were good back in the day.
aye.
And then, if you watch the thing on Netflix about John Carpenter's Halloween, where he's like, you don't see anything scary. It's just all his camera angles. He's picked all these camera angles
Music.
and the music and everything, so you don't see anything scary in it. It's just all your mind,
Aye.
which is brilliant. And I think he was like one of the first guys to come up with this idea of a horror where you don't have to see people getting absolutely like destroyed.
Chopped to bits.
Aye. Whereas
Hostile.
this was just about the angle of what you hit.
Because that's all hostile in that was, just pure gore show.
Aye.
So I was in the actual original house Halloween.
Are you allowed to go in as a fan, aye?
So they actually moved, they picked the full house up and moved it to a completely other street, and now it's like a insurance broker. So I went inside it, also had my camera.
Looking for some insurance?
There's it's in Pasadena in California, but there's a pumpkin on the porch and stuff.
All year
so
round
you can go in and stuff like that, but it's the same house and stuff, so it was quite cool.
Were you able to find the actual street it was on?
Aye. So I done the hedge shot.
Ah, right.
So they've still got the same hedge cut the exact same for fans.
You've probably seen this, Jamie. It's a computer game where you're in the house and it's like Halloween. It just flashed up one of my things and I watched a wee bit of it. Michael Myers is chasing you about the house and you're a babysitter.
A game on your phone or something?
Do you know what I'm talking about? I think it might even be something to do with VR.
My son plays one that's Michael Myers.
And like you're running about the house and he's like walking really slow.
Oh, that would freak me out.
Aye, you've got to catch.
And then the lights turn off and you've got to go outside. But you know he's outside, but you've got to go outside to turn on the lights. You're looking for a gun.
And you need to turn generators and stuff on. I've seen him playing it.
Is Dead by Daylight.
It is that, aye.
And it's Michael Myers?
Michael Myers is in Dead by Daylight. So it's like
cool.
Ghostface for Scream and stuff.
That's kind of cool, isn't it?
And you've got it, so it's like
Is it a VR thing?
That one isn't it, but I know what you're talking about.
Aye, that's fucking scary, man.
It's like an online multiplayer. I seen him playing it and I was like, you alright with this, aye? He's like, it's just a game. And I'm like, cool. But you've got to like catch the other online players, grab them, and then you put them up on like fucking meat hooks. And then the other players have got to come and try and get them off before you catch them. And
that's fucking crazy.
It's pretty fucking deep. Like,
I remember getting the Resident Evil game for the VR. Mate, I had a sore neck and everything. Like I was sitting, there was one point I was sitting on the floor and I was trying to look around a corner, and because I'm sitting on the floor, I ended up having to get ready because it made me sick all the time.
I was going to say that makes people sick.
And I'm trying to look from the corner and I'm leaning, and all of a sudden I just I actually tip over because I was like trying to look around this corner. Mate, it actually was so fucking scary.
I love the VR games.
Mate,
they're so
I've never tried it.
I feel like they should be better than they are though.
I know, I guess it's like early days, isn't it? It's like,
but
like how many years has the VR been out? Like maybe like 10 at the most?
It's been kind of 10 years roughly.
And then what's Oculus?
Oculus is the VR company that made it.
Is that like still about 10 years? So we're still early days for the actual technology of it.
The boxing one's good.
I see all the boys rattling the telly in it.
It's fucking hard.
My mate done it and put my mate's telly in, he was gutted. What about these ones?
The ones with
Is
Margot.
Is this a thing?
Aye.
This is a thing?
VR
I've
porn,
seen the wee Asian guy, his dad walking in, and the wee Asian guy's like that, and he's battering him.
I don't know if
I don't know,
but I know that I know you can get like
VR porn's a real hang.
I know you can get like blown, like full blown setups.
Because I seen
because you've seen my ass.
a TikTok. No, it was a TikTok clip. A lassie talking about how they film it, and she was saying how difficult it is because you can't fucking
So
move.
like a POV type thing.
Aye, but but you can't move at all out of the angle. You've got to be like directly fucking within these parameters the whole time.
Here's something. See if you are watching VR and you've got like a bust and you're banging it. Is that cheating?
A bust.
Like the
big rubber ass.
Aye, like a rubber ass, and you've got to turn on. You've got VR on. There's a check. Is that cheating?
No.
Right, I'll put it another way. Would you let a virtual dude bang your chick?
No.
Would you count that as cheating?
Aye.
Are you cheating on me with a fucking robot dick for?
But that's my chick, mate. It's the same as like that's my dog. I decide when it gets walked. I let another man walk my dog.
I decide when you get fucked.
You fucked your dog.
You let other people walk your dog?
No. Aye, I do.
So you'd let your neighbour walk your dog?
No. I wouldn't let my
Why
neighbour.
no, mate?
Because that's
Your
weird.
dog?
Man, neighbours have store. Listen, can I shag your wife and have a
And
walk
take
at your dog?
a walk.
See,
Dog first, then the wife, right?
Aye.
see
Mate,
True Detective where Matthew McConaughey cuts Woody Harrelson's grass.
Aye.
He's like, you don't mow on another man's lawn.
Aye, because he ends up sneaking
I do my lawn.
He ends up sneaking the side salad, didn't he?
so it's a prison thing, eh?
And she is delightful.
I know. Was she in Always Sunny when she?
Monaghan. Was it Melissa Monaghan?
She's tight, man.
Margaret Monaghan. Oh,
I can meet with Margaret.
she is.
Maggie. Aye, she's tight.
But is that not
Has
where
she
that
not
comes
got
from?
has she not got her tits out?
Has she not
I'm,
got-
I'm sure she's online with her.
There's three of them in True Detective season one. The one that It's in Baywatch with The Rock. What's her name?
That's who I thought it was.
No, there's
Is that a different one?
There's that Lily Bird for... I can't remember the name. And then you've got...
Was that
his wife.
Alexandra Daddario?
Yes. And you've got his wife though. See his wife that goes with McConaughey? Just shows up and McConaughey fucking scuds her from behind. Sunday morning. Oh,
Michelle
Michelle
Monaghan.
Monaghan. She's
Phenomenal.
Oh, the three of them at that True Detective season, man, is unbelievable. But that
I think we spoke about this
is
before, but I've not seen any of those. True
Lily Rider
Detectives.
or something, Lily Rider.
But I've heard the Colin Farrell one's good. Farrell.
So the first one's obviously the Woody one, amazing. The second one's Colin Farrell and Vince Vaughn. The third one is your man for Green Book, who has got to be the new Blade. You know what I'm talking about?
I know the guy.
And the fourth one's just coming out next week. And
Is
it's
it a female?
It's her for Hannibal. Who's the female for Silence of the Lambs, the Polish woman? You know what I'm talking about?
Aye.
I don't know her name, but I know who you mean. Is there a new Blade coming out? Aye.
Aye, and it's the guy for Green Book.
What's her name?
I was listening to that
She
song
was in
the other
Freaky
day.
Friday.
Aye, but the True Detective season 4 has got to be an actual real life storyline for like murders in the snow and somewhere.
That's pretty cool.
So aye, but she's playing like the detective part. So aye,
What is her name?
love them.
Silence of the Lambs with
Fuck.
Jamie. Help us out.
Jamie's on it.
Looking it up, is it Jodie Foster?
Jodie Foster, you bastard. I like Jodie Foster.
She's real good.
She's good in Hannibal and Silence of the Lambs.
Aye,
You're going to visit a pretty iconic film scene,
what one?
the bridge. I
Aye.
want you to say it rather.
Aye, Stand By Me. So it's kind of just on the border of Oregon and California. Me and my mate Derek are going in a couple of weeks. He's got the drone and that, so we've got to like jump off the bridge with the drone and stuff like that. So
He's had some brilliant footage the last few days he's
Aye.
taken,
He's-
up at Ardnamurchan and
he
that.
took his daughter and his wee niece like a couple of days camping up Isle of Skye, you know, on the coast. He's like, I want to do stuff for her before she gets too old, then she can at least look back and say, look, my dad took me here and stuff like that, which is cool.
So my kids started school just as you're saying about Derek's probably haven't going to have this in a few years. This is the last time I'll take my daughter's picture in her school uniform
Right.
because she's 16. This is 6 years. It's
Is
done.
it coming at the end of high school?
That's
Is
it. And I took it. So you know, you do the standard picture of you take the kids' picture before they go to school. Oh, first day back at school. Oh.
Aye.
So I'd taken the youngest and the oldest daughter, and I was like, "That's the last time I'll ever do that." Because I made that.
Both of them?
Aye, I made a comment saying, "You'll not be long. I mean, you'll not be standing like that any longer." Because my youngest daughter's getting really tall. I was like, "You'll not be able to stand like that anymore." And then she went, "Oh, this is my last year done." I went. So aye, that's yes. Do you know my mate?
Mad that you have a 16-year-old.
I know my
You're getting your melon up, bro.
I know, mate. Don't do this to me, bro. So I was out with Gary Thompson yesterday, and we were speaking about like
Getting high.
No, we were speaking about getting high. You know, he's actually raging with me. He's like, Paul, I've been your pal. We started primary school.
You've never got high together.
We've never got high together. And then he's like, and you're jumping about these degenerates on your podcast getting high with him. And I was, I've never been high with him. And it's like, just disappointed. And I was like, mate, I'll get high with you.
I've been high when I've been with you.
See that, guys?
And you, Jamie.
How's that your high?
I know, and he was trading stories with me. He went to Amsterdam like 2 weeks ago. Or maybe a week ago, he just went himself and he was like, I just went a wee stroll, just took mushrooms and just fucking had a good
Just cut a bit.
had a right good time.
Love that.
I know, and I'm like, do you do any of the shows on it? He's like, nah, I'm not really there for the sex. And I'm like, fair dues, mate. And he's like, I just go for the mushrooms.
I went to a couple of shows when I was there and the lassies were proper junkies.
Aye.
He was
Proper
telling me,
gurning
he
like
was
fuck.
telling me, he was like,
I done one with a tash, man.
what you done it?
A bird with a tash. One of the early morning ones, it's like the rough ones.
Aye. Me and Kylie went to watch one. The lassie was in
blow
bad.
load.
Did it
The
get
lassie was in bad shape.
just like a
Straight
bit of roast beef? Just
No,
somebody's
she was
kicked
just-
its gun in?
She was just fucked, mate. She was just fucking off her tits, just trying to perform in that, and she was like proper like chewing, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, she was in a bad way. Good looking, but obviously just
I think
a
if you
junkie.
guys should hit up Amsterdam next year.
Well, mate, we can make it a podcast exclusive.
Go in the canals and that.
fucking swim about it.
Why is Ross in there swimming?
I think
In fact, we never even spoke about Ross jumping the cage on Saturday night. Have you seen this footage?
Chris doesn't care I've done it.
jump the cage.
Chris, I stood on the speaker on the stage and jumped right over.
and jumped off.
Do you get into it?
He was in the cage for the last fight. Aye. Do you know?
For the last fight, after the main event, I did it. I wasn't going to do it, and then the paramedic was kind of in the way, and I was like, no. And then Paul was like, go and do it, you're a fucking shite bag. So I just
didn't
did.
see it, man.
Nah.
This is after your match.
After the whole show, really.
This was the last fight.
After
and
the main event.
The belts were just given out, and there's Ross jumped the fucking cage.
Jumped off the stage and over.
Did they
the
get
back.
it on camera?
Aye,
Yes.
Paul filmed it.
Don't do that again.
Well, I was like looking about for you. I was like,
When we used to do the gardens, we used to like
Aye.
army hit, like do that and put the legs out like the army fucking cadet things.
I'm very athletic.
Are you?
Aye.
See how we all laughed at it. So guys, we are very lucky to be working with Anaconda Fightwear, and one of the products they've got that we're really excited about is a knee brace. So the knee brace not only has a little bit of protection if you're a wrestler and you like to shoot and you're quite heavy on the knee, it gives it a little bit of padding. But the thing that we're excited about with this knee brace is the fact that there's these straps that actually wrap around your knee to give it a little bit more support. So you across the front of the knee, and then it cinches itself on there, and the same again, creates this nice cross underneath the kneecap to give it that nice little bit of support. And what that should in theory stop is if you get natural weakness in your knee from years of playing football, years of running outside, or just somebody swinging off your leg in jiu-jitsu, it will give you that little bit of lateral pressure to stop that from actually dislocating. So it's, as I said, both me and the guys are massively behind this product. We've been giving them to your father-in-law who uses them in the golf course. We've given them to guys in the gym who have knee issues, and they swear by them. And as we said, the thing that sets these apart from anybody else is these bits of Velcro, which actually mean nothing, but until you actually wrap them up and use them properly, it makes a huge difference. So check out Anaconda Fightwear. What's the website?
AnacondaFightwear.co. You'll get 2 rash guards for $59 now. Got the green, got the black, they come in long sleeve, there's a gold one.
Some tight shorts.
Tight shorts.
Normal shorts.
So guys, check out Anaconda Fightwear. You will be impressed. The rash guards are not covered in massive Dragon Ball Z stuff. They're very, very classy. We kind of like the design of them. And the same for the shorts. We were wearing the shorts for our competition at the weekend. Chris will be fighting them in his next fight as well. The kit itself's fantastic, and this knee brace, if you have been plagued with injuries through jiu-jitsu, MMA, whatever your sport is, go and check them out, and it's anacondafightwear.co. What's happening fight-wise then? Any further forward with it?
Aye, but I need to finish waiting, getting something confirmed for it.
Cool. I was going back and forward last night about fights.
Good.
They offered me a fight, but the guy's already got a match. He's like, I've made a mistake. Names that were mentioned were Hermanson.
Nice. I spoke about that in one.
His teammate gave me a doing, mate, so get him.
This one's for Ross, you prick.
I think that's a good fight, man.
We spoke about this in the last podcast. I think that's a great fight for like a UFC Glasgow. Paul Craig headlining UFC Glasgow.
And he's close, mate. It's not far away.
Chris Bungard in the fucking fight as well, fighting in UFC Glasgow. Imagine that was your first fucking UFC, mate.
I know.
It's a European as well. So it's
like European on European action.
So there's a good chance people coming over.
I'll not tell you the name. Actually, I'll tell you the name, but not on air, of course, because it's not been. They offered it. The
accidentally.
No, they offered us it, but the turnover's too quick. Especially with the travelling I've got coming in the next few weeks. So I've got the travelling, then I've got the grappling comp, and then there's just too much hassle.
So is the grappling comp a goer?
I'm still waiting for the name getting back to me.
So the name they offered you, that's the too soon turnover,
Yep.
is that for Dubai?
No.
Was it sooner?
Yes, middleweight. No, it was going to be mid-October. And that's 7 weeks.
Aye,
You need your fucking.
I know. I need the whole. I probably see if the juice was worth the squeezing. I'm like, listen, we've got a top 5 opponent. Would you be interested in it? Then I'd be like, right, 7 weeks is fine. Let's do it. But the fact that it's 7 weeks and the fight, we want the fight. We just need a wee bit more time.
Right.
That's all we need.
And is that doable, do you think? Further down the road?
I can't see why the UFC wouldn't take it, because the fight, it's an obvious fight to make. another top 10, which is pretty good. But it shows the UFC have got a bit of faith in me now, and they're
There's
willing
got to be hunters options for you, mate. Hunters.
So do you think you've been mentioned to Hermanson as well? Or were they just kind of...
It was just names. These were names that were getting passed about, but the name they offered me is a good name.
Aye.
It's very good. But it all comes down to, like, once coach decides when it's going to be, because, like, you got to allow people to do their jobs, haven't you? As we were speaking about with, like, nutritionists doing their jobs. It's his job to come up with a game plan and come up with how long this takes. So I'm down with that.
No, it's like you say though as well, you might just turn around and go, 7 weeks, I can do it.
Aye.
That's all well and good.
Fighters are going to fight. You need somebody in your corner to be smart.
Of course you're going to say it, but then you need your coach to go, when you say, what do you think about this? And they go, here's what we'll do. Your only reply to that really can be, okay.
And it's not for the fact that skill set's not there. The skill set's there. It's the time it takes us to get the middleweight. Because one of the things that Lee said moving forward, it was like, we need to come in at this weight. This is our weight to come in. We've got a blueprint now, and this is a blueprint we follow. If we deviate from that, then we don't know how we're going to perform, and we don't know how we're going to make a weight. Then it becomes like a bit of a lottery, and you don't want to be doing that.
And do you think the next one will be more straightforward? Like, because there's obviously things you wouldn't do, or I don't know. No, I don't mean. I mean, if you've got another MMA fight coming up, there's things you would change with your weight cutting process that you can improve on still.
I don't think so. Do
you think
I think that was A standard? I think that was an A standard.
Aye.
The one I did before, the one I done the fake weight cut, was probably like a D.
Oh, really?
Aye. Whereas this was A, and we're like, this is the progression of what we want for our weight cut. So if we can't hit these numbers at this time of weeks out,
we're going to have a problem.
So we want to be optimal, and it's optimal.
Well, you've got the blueprint. Like, this is what it's done. We've done it successfully,
and we're going to do that again, and we'll get the same result again.
Right.
Did we speak about? I know we obviously had 2 podcasts this week. Did we speak about the fights this week?
Spoke about some of them.
We chatted about a couple.
Roundtree.
I see thingy. I was meaning about this week's Boston.
Nah.
You might speak about some Boston. Might you actually do some MMA chat?
Go on then.
Let's
try it. Can you bring up the card for us, young Jimmy?
Can I just say that Sugar Sean has been gifted stardom through all his fights. I don't rate the run that he's had to other fighters to get to.
No, I totally
even his biggest win was Peter Yan, which he probably didn't even win. But all the guys before him,
I thought he won that.
All the guys before him that he's fought have been terrible.
Go and pull up. Have you got Peter Yan?
Therefore,
Sugar Sean,
there is no way in hell I see him beating Aljo.
No,
not a chance.
I agree.
Are you an Aljo fan?
I'm not an Aljo fan.
Yes,
I think he's brilliant.
Aye, how good is his grappling?
His back take. If he gets your back, you're probably fucked, or you're lost that dominantly lost that round.
He is very good.
I think he submits him.
And I you know what? His striking's effective for what he needs. I don't think you need to be. If you're I heard Sean O'Malley had said that he needs to stop. Like, if it goes to the ground, he needs to survive, and he needs to stop him from taking it to the ground.
Who said that?
Sean O'Malley.
Oh, that's not good.
That's sort of like saying, well, you know what? That's not where I'm going to win the fight, and it's true. If it goes to the ground, it's a bad situation for him.
See the way you saw Aljo, his defensive wrestling against Cejudo.
He took Cejudo down?
Aye, but even his defence to a well-known wrestler.
And Peter Yan. Like, he's grappling the Peter Yan.
I know he got a lot of shit for the knee, taking the knee.
Aye.
But quite right. He won the fight through DQ. I know some people weren't happy with it, but the second fight, he gave him it. He gave him it.
Aye.
So he's the champ. Is there talk of him moving up?
Aye. He says if he wins,
he's going to fight Volk.
100%. And he says that even if he loses, he's like 99% sure he's got to move up to featherweight.
Has he got problems with the weight or that? Like, because he's
massive. He's fucking huge.
But he's shredded as fuck. He looks in brilliant shape. Aye. Every fight he looks in better shape. He does look fucking great on the scale. So that's one of the ones where you're like, I don't know.
Let's rattle off some names who Sugar Sean's beat.
Did you see?
Oh, the mad-haired cunt.
Did you see, say, obviously Matt Serra does the thing
with Dana White, the slap, mate, brilliant. Matt Serra is so good.
Dana the Storm me like the butler's uniform. He's like,
take slap, lead never walk.
Can I put my mic like this? Is that alright? Yeah.
So who's, because just to compare the two of them, because obviously we're on the side of fucking Aljo here. Who's thingy? Are you going Sugar?
No.
Who's Sugar beat? He obviously beat Peter Yan.
Eddie Wineland.
Before Jan, he fought Munoz.
Pedro Munoz.
Yeah, that was.
That's a good scalp. You got to admit that.
But it doesn't say he actually won that.
Has he fought Sandhagen?
No. Aljo choked him out.
Because that Sandhagen's
Brilliant, man.
he's frighteningly good.
But he beat Pava,
Nobody.
Martinho,
That
Almeida.
was the wee guy with green hair that came in last minute.
That's right.
Who he absolutely heavy bagged him.
Fucked him up.
That's right. I remember that.
That was an actual-
took that boy's soul.
Right. At what point is somebody going to call a stop to this?
Right. So hasn't he fought the same level to get to the title shot that Aljo has or MD else has in the
Not a
Gan's
chance.
Command?
But he's
And then if
got
you think
the-
about Aljo, he just beat Henry Cejudo, Peter Yan. Did he beat Chito Vera?
No, Chito Vera beat
Chito Vera beat O'Malley.
Sean with the calf kick.
Calf
that
kicks.
made them all ready.
Remember, and he kept saying I didn't actually lose to him.
Aye. Did I think he's fighting this weekend, isn't he? Chito.
And Aljo choked out Sandhagen, which is an urban.
Aye, that's huge.
Chito Vera is fighting.
Chito Vera's. He was meant to fight Henry Cejudo, wasn't he?
It doesn't say here. It says he's fighting Pedro Munoz.
That's a fight, by
I
the
love
way.
a bit of Chito.
Aye.
Chito's cool, isn't he?
Very. So how come Triple C's out? What happened? Injured?
I can look it up for you.
I'm
thank
going
you.
to say injured. Aye.
Aye, go to be. Who was it had the fucking bad concussion? Actual brain hemorrhage in their last fight and then won last weekend?
Is it the Terence McKinley?
No, Hispanic guy. Oh, fucking hell. That's going to annoy life out of me.
Cejudo said it was his right shoulder that he went away with.
Who else is on that Boston card? I know we spoke about Ian.
Things on it. Your man, what's his name? The return of middleweight ex-champion
Weidman.
Weinman.
Aye.
Weinman's fighting.
Since
Which is-
his leg break.
Aye, was that Uriah? No, Uriah Hall. Hingy Hall.
Aye.
Uriah, innit?
Aye.
Aye, it was, how long ago was that?
Like 360 days or something.
Wow.
Looking at for.
Jenkill throwing
wild.
kicks.
It's horrible, innit?
No way.
Think about how
And who's he
thin your shin is.
fighting?
He's fighting Brad Tavares.
Tavares.
See the way he
That
done
guy's
it,
a bit of a
though?
beast, isn't he? That Tavares.
He done it like the Anderson. That he done to Anderson. That's what it's like.
But he just like walked up and just booted him in the shin.
See,
as
when
if
he
it was
beat
just
Anderson,
like-
I was so fucking devastated, man. Because I was like, it's a fluke. And then he then fought him again and then beat him again. I was like, oh, boss.
I know. Aye, the leg break was the second game.
they're horrible.
Who else is
Eh?
on the card? Ian Gary against
So the
Neil Magny.
The co-main is the women's strawweight.
Zhang Wei Li.
Zhang Wei Li.
Against, is it Asparza?
Amanda Lemos.
I wasn't even close.
Also Neil Magny and Ian Gary, which we spoke about. Damon Blackshear and Mario Batista.
That's a cool name.
That's a cool name.
What's your name? Call me Mario. Batista.
Then it's Chito Vera and Pedro Munoz, like
That's
I
a-
said.
that's
and
a
then
cool
we've got the prelims, Chris Weidman, Brad Tavares, Gregory Rodriguez, and Dennis. I don't know how you pronounce this, mate. Teolulian?
Big Den. Just call
Big
him
Den's. Big Denzel.
Dennis.
Big Dan.
Big Dens.
Austin Hubbard and Kurt Holloway.
And then you've got the final, haven't you? For is that?
And you've got another one. 2 finals.
That's the tough finals, isn't
Aye.
it?
So the wee guy I used to train with, Brad.
Is that from McGregor's gym? Is
Aye.
that the one that
He was Canadian.
Aye.
So this is to win the Ultimate Fighter twice because he's already won it before.
And then he went in as a
Oh,
veteran,
really?
and then he's been put out.
Yep.
Because it was veterans versus
Aye.
you guys. I think the veterans just steamrolled, didn't they?
Prospects didn't have a chance, man.
So you kind of kept up with it, eh? I never really.
Aye.
Was it
It's
worth
on
a
every
watch?
Wednesday.
Was it worth a watch?
It's entertaining. It's good. It's
McGregor selling it.
Did you see the ice bath on and Dana
I see
White go mental?
James Dole shared them. McGregor doing the dancing. It's like an episode of The Office. I was just fucking buckling because that's what it's like. He was
You
just
get, like James's part's brilliant.
they're literally walking out to the cage, like biggest fight of their life, and McGregor's always
At the
Conor's
back, fucking
in
disco
their
dancing.
corner. He's walking out with him with the suit on, but he's doing capoeira because the guy was a capoeira guy, and he's just doing this, and everybody's just making.
But then was
smug moves.
he know like he went like that and he was like, you're going to blast the wig clean off him. Something like that. You see, I was like, fucking
But see when they
quality.
got their only win.
Aye.
And then he ran around the cage. He's like, ah! That's honestly the funniest thing I've ever seen in any Ultimate Fighter. And then like the memes they make where because the week before Dana ran in when they two were nearly fighting, and it, like somebody made the video they were playing tag, and it's like Conor running the cage and Dana chasing him and all that, and it's like, who fucking does this shit? I mean,
What do you think of Conor McGregor saying Michael Chandler doesn't he? The UFC aren't interested in Conor McGregor versus Chandler, and his return's going to be against somebody else.
Who been thinking?
I think it's got to be Chandler.
If so, Chandler obviously for me would be a good fight, but who are they thinking?
I don't know. It's Conor
Who else would
McGregor
it be?
saying this.
Who else would be?
And Chandler's pissed off because he's going, why are you fucking saying this? You're making this up.
Conor said the 3 has got to be as Chandler in December, and then it's either got to be Gaethje for the BMF or Diaz trilogy. That's what Conor said.
I think he's going to go Diaz trilogy.
I would like
said
Diaz
anything.
trilogy, just because if you're a Conor McGregor fan, you don't want to see Conor McGregor getting fucked up with Gaethje. Gaethje will steal his soul.
That's a hard one.
You think so?
Do you see that going anywhere else?
I don't know, because I didn't want to say
Conor McGregor was a power puncher as a lightweight. Featherweight.
Aye.
Now he's coming up weights. It's not. He's not going to be the same.
I didn't want to pick Gaethje over him because I always try and pick like our guy. Do you know what I mean? I always like.
Do you not like Gaethje?
It's not I don't like him. I do enjoy watching him.
Do you think Conor could stiffen him?
How does Conor beat him?
He can only knock him out. He's not going to fucking take him down and submit him, is he?
Because loads of people have knocked out Gaethje.
Well, some people have.
Gaethje's got a heat like a fucking brick.
I know.
Did Poirier knock him out? Or did he submit him?
Is that a standing TKO? I think the first one.
Aye, against the cage.
He had a fair bit of damage there.
Aye, both did. Both guys
I
did.
just don't see.
He's a donut, isn't he?
Who?
Gaethje.
Gaethje.
A potato man.
He's an entertaining fighter, but he is a tatty.
I go for it. He's a tatty.
He's in the corner. He's like, I'm your cockeye. Am I doing well?
Habib subbed
It's
him.
lucky he's good at fighting, that way.
Habib subbed him, obviously, and Oliveira subbed him. Am I right with that one?
And they're no bad people to get beat after.
Oliveira got by rear naked, and
Aye.
he TKO'd Poirier by punch.
Oh, fucking shows what I know. Fuck all. But no, I'm still going to pick Conor McGregor over Justin Gaethje. Like,
And then I still see the Diaz beat him. If it's MMA, again, I still see him beat him.
Jake Paul just beat Diaz, bro.
That means fucking.
That's.
Can't say making 20 million.
I know.
I
Did you
know.
see that? He made a fair bit of bank.
Did you watch it? Watch the actual boxing match?
Nah, I've got better things to do in my time.
I watched it.
Was it worth a watch?
It was all right.
I seen it.
It was
Yeah.
all right, mate.
I heard some people saying it was a fix.
They've said this every Jake Paul fight, yeah. Every single one, but I don't know. They're quite clearly angling for the two brothers fighting each other. Eh?
Jake Paul and
Logan Paul go fight each other. I would say.
He's fighting Dennis, mate.
Is it?
Nah,
is
no
it going
chance,
to happen?
mate. No
so
chance.
they're putting a contract though. If
He has to show up, or he gets fined 100 grand.
100
Eh?
grand.
But
His
mate, I
mom
don't know.
just paid up. Mum
But I was going to say,
change.
Dylan
Are they-
Dennis might
are they
have to
mint
go.
it?
Aye. He stays in like the expensive apartments in New York, basically. And Disney do fuck all. Disney fight, Disney compete.
I was going to say, Dylan Dennis, 100 grand might be fuck all with Dylan Dennis, so who cares?
But aye, Anthony Joshua, he ended up. I don't know who was he up against.
That's
That
it.
was-
Nobody
that-
cares.
that
Boy was a. He's not a bum. That's it. He was a 1 week replacement.
What's his name?
I don't know.
So
but
he's a bum then?
He's not a bum.
I mean, I
he
is.
looks like me, mate.
Jamie can't even find it on the internet.
So,
Big bald guy with a ginger beard, hard as fuck.
then Anthony Joshua's out saying, my back's there, and the press conference, like, my back's there, and like, because I'm carrying this heavyweight division, you're like, what? That was the cringiest thing ever. Like, you just lost like
Boxing's
3 in a row or some shit.
Boxing is in a terrible state at the moment now.
The heavyweights, man. It's
What do you think?
And it's always been one of the greatest divisions is the heavyweights.
What was the boy's name?
I liked it.
It was Robert Helenius.
I would like them to be more active, man. Like, I want to see Fury, I want to see Wilder, AJ, obviously fight each other, but I want to just see them fight a couple of times a year, man.
It doesn't happen, does it? Because they're
Well,
boxers.
Dillian just failed a drug test, I think.
Aye.
Who's this?
That's how
Dillian
he-
White.
That's how your man got brought in.
Aye. Dillian failed a drug test again.
And then you just get a redo and like, you'll be fine in a
It's
couple
not
of
the
months.
first time he's done it either.
It's in a horrible state, boxing.
Aye.
It's fucked.
That's right enough, Dillian? But
You're very rarely wrong,
I
Ross.
know. And now obviously Tyson Fury wants to fight and get, or is. Like, it doesn't seem.
See, that's what I'm talking about, man. Like, the greatest heavyweight boxer of your generation is fighting a
possibly ever.
Aye,
Maybe
fighting
ever. Maybe, mate. There's people who fucking say Tyson Fury's the best heavyweight boxer ever. I listen to Teddy Atlas. I listen to his podcast every week. Teddy Atlas podcast is when I want to know about boxing. I listen to Teddy Atlas.
You're probably right. For like skill wise, I think he just beats everybody, flatlines them.
So
he's so big and so technical.
He said Francis Ngannou's team reached out to him to coach Ngannou for the Tyson Fury fight. So Teddy Atlas says, I didn't just work with anybody. He's like, I have to come out and spend a few days with you and train a few times with you and see how you are. And then if you're for me, fine. If you're not for me, no problem. Like, I'll shake hands with you and wish you all the best. But he's like, I didn't just work with anybody. I have to like you and think you're a good guy. If I didn't think you're a good guy. Aye, so he said he'd never heard anything, and then it got announced that Mike Tyson's going to be training Ngannou. And then Teddy Atlas kind of went off on Ngannou a bit and was like, he's got an infatuation with Mike Tyson. He loves Mike Tyson, and that's all absolutely fine. He can let Mike Tyson train him if he wants.
But if you're needing a good boxing coach, you want an actual coach.
How long was he waiting? Like, you can't wait about for everything. I mean,
I know, but that's what he said. He's like, here's the dates where I can come out to you.
Alright, so they hadn't actually done his wee fucking
he hadn't been in
trial type thing.
He said, I can come out to you on these dates and see you and stuff like that, and we'll do a few sessions. I think he said it's 2-3 days, and like we go out and we have some food together and stuff like that, and I see what I think, because I know he worked with, who was the guy who beat Canelo Alvarez not that long ago up at light heavyweight, but he was like, he never actually trained with him, but they spoke a lot on the phone.
Plant? Was it Plant?
No, fucking Canelo battered Plant.
Did he?
Aye.
Who did Plant beat? Plant beat Triple G?
Sorry,
or something?
no. Who was the boy when he dug the grave? Mind that one?
Aye, it was him.
I don't think so.
Was that a win or a loss?
I think it's Plant.
Plant
But see if you were dealing with Mike Tyson every day, that'd be cool and all.
It would be.
It would be. About
But
boxing.
then, you know, Friday
no
no
doubt.
banger all the time.
I seen him doing a wee bit of pads and like in the background, like telling him
Well,
stuff.
there's the thing. Like, Francis Ngannou isn't a boxer, so any sort of boxing advice is going to be well received in it.
I would say so.
Especially Mike.
I know, and he's going to get fucked up, man.
It's just a weird thing, because like Usyk, see what Usyk was saying as well was Tyson said, no, the fight will need to be in this many weeks, and Usyk was like, he keeps calling him Greedy Belly. You seen this? Like, okay, Greedy Belly, like, right, it's this many weeks, okay, Greedy Belly, and it's going to be a 70-30 split on the purse, okay, Greedy Belly, because Usyk's like, I didn't care, don't care, just going to win, and I'm no bothered about the money, I've got enough money, I just want to be the best guy and beat the best guys, and now it's his way to fight Francis Ngannou. And I'm no fucking slating Tyson for doing it either, mate. He's got about 18 children, mate. He's going to need some dough, so it's fine. But it's hard. It's hard to. I have to believe both guys could win, or I don't want to watch.
I can't see that fight going any other way than a boxer beating an MMA fighter in a boxing match.
Aye. It's just
at the
weird.
top of his game. It's not like you're fighting a mid-level boxer.
And he had the chance to get arguably the best coach ever, and decided not to, and decided to go with the other one who's
how does
famous.
How does Ngannou do against somebody like Deontay Wilder?
Oh, Deontay Wilder, I think murder him.
You think so?
Aye. Deontay Wilder's the best, worst boxer I think you've ever seen.
I don't know. I think that
I'd like to see just Francis let the hounds go, man. He's got power behind him.
No, we've seen that. We've definitely seen that. But I don't, with the big gloves, fighting against a guy like
Stipe's a no bad boxer with the wee gloves, so he knocked him out second time round. So he's got power.
It's a shame, because I want to get into box. Like, I watch box, I'm like, oh, I'm excited for this, and then I'm just like, oh.
You'll see Tyson obviously dancing around about him, jab, dancing around about him, but Wilder connected a few times and put him on his arse, so I'd like to see him just land one, just to see Tyson's reaction. I'm like, oh.
Do you think it's maybe a bit of a work?
Could be, and then you go. Maybe he wins, and then you get the second fight, and then there's a third fight, and then they're all just hustling and pumping shite.
See when
fucking shite on the telly.
Like, would you like hitting people with in MMA? Your shins, your feet, your elbow, shoulder, forearm. You got all these. You're taking to go into boxing. You're taking all this arsenal off you, and then just for two fists. And it's like, that's not a real fight. That's not a real fight.
It's not.
Not I mean.
And it's like,
yeah, they get paid millions.
I know. And why as well? Because it's
Would you ever fight left? Is it left way that thing Andy
with the
Miller
headbutts?
done?
Boom.
Remember Andy Miller took the wrap your hands in rope? Is
that's
lefty?
Left way, that's where you can headbutt as well, but you can get it's called a baran in Muay Thai, where they do it with rope. It's just tradition.
Wrap your hands in rope. And you can head her, and you
it's
can
just
elbow.
like a Muay Thai fight.
Aye.
But you can head her.
And left way you can header. What's the French guy called? He's like the man at it. He's good. You can, but they actually like see pad combinations with headbutts and everything. It's fucking wild. Oh, it's good.
Double jab, cross heater.
It's a French guy who's like he's the sort of recognised guy, and I can't mind his name, but you can watch loads of it. It's fucking a bit mad. They're all fucked. You ever seen Fight World? There's a documentary about it on Netflix. What's the actor called? Handsome cunt.
Aye. Garillo.
Aye.
What's his first name? Garillo.
Jack.
No. He's friends with
Steve.
No.
Madden.
Garillo. He's in Captain America. Frank.
Yep, Frank.
Frank Garillo. Fuck yeah, never wrong,
He's
mate.
always fucking some shape, that cunt, isn't he?
Aye. But
does he do a MMA gym? I know he does.
No, I
done
think
that MMA
he
show.
trains, he
I think he does. I think he's like an MMA guy. If you need like an
But he
MMA
does
fighter,
train, 'cause
he's that
Navy
kind of
gym.
guy.
in the same documentary series, he goes out to like gyms in Mexico and stuff to go to women's prison boxing matches and that.
What was the MMA show I watched in Abu Dhabi? He was in that, remember?
I know the one you're talking about.
With the
The three
Shaggers.
fellas.
Jonah Brothers.
Aye, what's his name? What's it called?
That was
Kingdom.
That was
is
honestly. See, when I found that, I was just like, "This is amazing." That's what I want. It's like Sopranos for MMA.
How are we doing in time, kid?
The theme
That has
song.
been an hour.
Look at us, fucking. We are so good at this time.
I feel like I just got here.
So where are we after? You want to rap, or you want to do another wee?
I think we've hit everything there. Poor Chris is yawning. We're fucking boring the life out of him, mate.
Never, bro.
Um,
Never ever.
you want to try and do this? You want to try and do it? Is this your day? Is today the day? Go for it. 100% your claims.
G4 claim.
Have you been involved in an accident? Why not get in touch with G4 Claims, where you will receive 100% of your claim. The girls at the front of their office will do the utmost to get you up and running as quickly as possible. Now, Ross, tell us the number.
I'll tell you the number. 01698 767 172.
And where else can you find them?
You can find them notatfaultclaim.com.
My goodness, guys, it's been 27 episodes
But we banged that
and
one
we've
out.
just smashed it. Come on! Baby, we made it.
Break out the red panties. Next week we'll be even better than that.
Oh, that is honestly the best one we've done.
Aye.
I'm proud of us, guys. Well done. 27 hours we have spent. Plus 27 hours because some of them run over.
Aye.
And we've finally got it.
I've been studying hard.
This is our Mona Lisa.
Studied hard. Studied your eyesight.
Guys, also we have a massive drop. Well, it happened last night, or it happened last week because this podcast is coming out tonight. Right, guys, that's that fucked in, isn't it? So for the Patreon this month, we are dropping a free video for them. This is just like to show our love for the Patreon subscribers, and what we've got is we've got my whole weight cut process. It's a 40-minute documentary. The work the guys have done behind the scenes with this, cutting it, editing, taking all the footage and making it an abs. Listen, it's some of the best work I've seen. With Jamie, it's so fucking beautiful, mate.
I'm excited to see it.
I'm like
I've only seen the trailer.
The trailer itself is incredible as well. I'm proud of the work the guys have done. I'm proud to be part of this team. But we also did some extra content for the Leather Boys breakdown. So it was my finish on Andre Munoz in UFC London, Chrissy's flying triangle against Ian Feenan in ACB Manchester, and Rossi's rear naked choke from the back, and you had the guy sprawled out on the Forza show, your last fight there. So the content's fantastic. We need to get some more Leather Boys Go as well on the go. We'll sort that out when I'm back. But the Patreon's massive at the moment. It's doing really well.
Also got the used doing a bit of commentating at Hotel Havoc coming. That'll be quite good to listen to that. See Paul just annoying people when he's drunk.
It was pretty much that.
And also used to.
Aye, the grappling match.
And our Discord chat as well. We'll try and chip in, be active.
I've not been in a while.
Nah.
What's the chat?
What were they talking about today? I saw people arguing about. I like when people argue. Some of them were arguing the day, which was quite funny, arguing about boxing, and some of them were talking about some of the things we said on last night's podcast.
What was it?
Defending us, obviously.
A lot of things that were bleeped out, you mean?
They were talking about the bleeped stuff.
So the bleep stuff, like, I think the thing that makes our podcast unique is the fact that we try to keep it as original as possible, and we don't try to edit as like, if there is some really serious shit we've said, then there definitely needs to be edited. But the vast majority of stuff we put out is what our opinions is. That was not our opinions. That was something that we grew up with as kids.
Everybody was on our side with that one.
We weren't, but I don't think we're being offensive to MD.
No.
And that's why, like, when Jamie had gave us the option to be like, do you want us to edit this out? I was like, I don't think we should, because it's part of us growing up, and it's not as if we believe this now.
And we don't speak like that.
The context of our conversation wasn't a hatred one. It was
No,
just
it wasn't.
It was things our children don't say that were normal for us to say. So context, please remember that.
Yeah, and don't just clip us saying some rude words.
Join
Or
us
don't
on
just
Patreon.
clip Chris just getting bleeped out. Bleep, 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 bleep.
So somebody commented in the YouTube section about because they were slacking religions, and they were basically backing you up because you're like, no, some of them are nice and they help people and stuff like that. So, and
then when I was just like, nah, they didn't even. Somebody messaged me saying I was a Holocaust denier. I was like, when the fuck did that ever happen? I was like, that's one I definitely don't go into in public.
So if you want to be part of our Discord, if you want to be part of our Patreon, you just have to subscribe. We are proud of the work we put out in there, and we're proud of this podcast, and we're proud of the stuff that we do. So keep it high.
Aye, and survive.